Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Richard Downs with Sleep Balance Academy. I'd like to show you our new website. Let me show that to you now. Okay. Many of you have been shopping and with the Sleep Balance Academy and the Air Institute for many years. We've revamped the website. It's going to make a big difference. It's going to be saving you more money, and it's going to be having some really neat features. So I'm going to show you about the telemedicine services first, because this is one of our most popular items, and the reason it's popular is because Dr. Zelk is our sleep medicine specialist. He does the diagnosis and interpretations for everybody in all 50 states, and he does the licensing and prescriptions for services in at least 4 states. Pretty soon it'll be 5 states, and we have another person who signs the prescriptions for all 50 states. So let's take a look at the first thing we have here. You notice in this site that we have a green coloring theme. This is for the non-members of SBA, and you can order in the shop by just going, to the order area by just tapping here, and you'll notice that we have different sliding uh, uh, disc here for different areas of the website that you might want to explore. And so let's go back to the shop now and just look at the shop for a minute. And we're going to look at the telemedicine services in particular. So you can see we have Dr. Zelk coming out of the computer here into your room. I thought that was pretty funny. Sumit helped me develop that. And he's been really a great asset to Sleep Balance Academy. You'll notice that the services here start at $60. That's for like a Bongo RX prescription. But there are more services than that, because it used to be when you went into telemedicine services on the old SBA site, there were 6 or 7 of them and they were kind of confusing. But now it's all automated, and step-by-step process is guiding you through the process of ordering these. So let's take a look at this. If we go to the telemedicine services, first of all, you'll see we have an explanation up here on the insurance, non-insurance, mail order, non-insurance, and consultation items. So those, you should read those because it'll help you kind of decide how to use these buttons at the bottom. Let me get this out of the way for right now. And you'll know that if you're not sure of what you're going to be doing here, you can click here for more information. And you can click here, and this will take you to the kind of the a decision tree on how to make these orders, but it isn't as complicated as this looks. So let's go back to this a moment and just take a look at it again. So let's say you live in a state, and it doesn't matter right now which state you live in. I'm going to go to that in a minute. But let's just say you want to get your insurance patients taken care of, and you want all the services, including the diagnosis and HST. You want that all covered so that when the patient needs treatment, they can submit to their insurance company. So you're going to select the insurance item. Okay. Now, if they're cash paying patients and you don't care about insurance services, then you click this one. Well, let's click on this insurance one. Now you'll see there that there's a choice here. You can either get a mail order HST, in which we will send the HST to your patient for you, or a non-insurance HST, which is we'll still send that to the patient, and the patient will send it back to us. Now the consultation button is just for the limited services for things like um, uh, Bongo RX and things of this nature. But let's just go back to right now, this first one. Now let's say you want to order insurance. You can order like this, and then you'll see that this turns off because we don't we're it's a duplication of what we're asking for here. And also a non-insurance mail order is a duplication of this. So that's why we just have that turned off. But let's say you don't want a mail order, that you have your own HST in the office, then you just skip this line and go to the next thing, which is what state you're ordering from. If you're in Washington, Oregon, Arizona, or Colorado, where Dr. Zelk is licensed, and you click here. And then you notice that you have an office provided HST. In other words, you're offering the HST that you want to, and so you don't, that's all you have to do is just say it's office provided. Even if you're in another state, you can still say you're office provided. In other words, any other state you just list here, but you notice that the price changes if you live in a state that Dr. Zelk is not living in or licensed in. But you see, if you check this one, you see it's slightly less. So it makes a difference on what state you live in and where you're going to get your prescription from. Okay. Now let's say uh, you have an office, you want us to send you that HST. Well, now you click on this. Notice now you have these options of a night owl, a Z machine, a sleep image, or a sleep image child or a sleep image adult. And every time you check on one of those, you get your price automatically tallied up for you. If it's a night owl, you can see it's here. If you see the sleep image machine, it's here. So that's because we're sending the HST out to you. Let's say a Z machine, and you want that sent to your patient, which is a type 2 sleep study. Okay. Now, let's say you're still not quite sure about some of these things and what you're interested in. You can go down here and look at some of this information below. And you'll see also that we have codes listed here as possible codes that you might be able to use in insurance treatment billing. And so you can actually click on that and it'll copy that code for you and Dr. Zelk's NPI number. You'll see this, it copies that code for you. See that? So that's kind of slick. You have these codes if you need them. Also down here, if you need expanded explanations of what we're doing, then you can click on Insurance Telemed and it'll tell you all the steps you need to take to order that particular sleep study for that patient. So it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here. If you have a non-insurance, here's the steps. If you have a mail order HST, this is the steps. Here, a mail order non-insurance HST are the steps, and then the consultation. If it's just for a Bongo Rx or a reinterpretation, then those steps are listed here. So it's pretty slick. Now, notice what we have here. I'm going to show you something because if you become a member of SBA, everything costs less. And it's actually going to be for many items a lot less than it used to be on the old SBA site. There is a membership fee, and it's a small monthly membership fee. But let's just show you what that looks like. So let's say I'm going to refresh that page, and we're down here, and we want to get the SBA benefits. Just hit join, and then you'll see that the screen turns red. Now look at the cost. You'll notice that everything costs less, even for Dr. Zelk's services. Everything on the telehealth services are going to be approximately 10% less, $10 less, I should say. And you'll notice that all these different items also are going to be less. In other words, the circle ring, for instance, if you buy a pack of 4, the savings are pretty significant. You'll see the savings right here. If you were to purchase uh, uh, the night owls, again, these are nice. You can get a 2 count. This is significantly less than it used to be costing you. Okay. In other words, it's a great price. This is a 6 count, and you save $570 on that particular order. So the savings in here is significantly better than it used to be on the old SBA site. And next thing you need to know is if you want to join our SBA sleep medicine training, which is online, 46 hours of CE PACE approved online training in sleep medicine that Dr. Zelk and I have developed, then you can go there and instead of $90 a month, you're going to be saving $29, the same cost as your membership in SBA, and it'll be instead $61 a month. So those things are all going to be taking all the cost out of those people who are members of those people who are members of the Sleep Balance Academy online training for sleep medicine are going to save as much money as it costs them to be members of the SBA and get these discounts for the products that they want to order. So it's a pretty good deal. So if you have any questions, I want you to go to the support button, click on contact support. We'll help you with any questions you might have. And then explore the website because there's a lot of things in here that are much superior to what we used to have. Many nice articles on that relate to this. Here's our academy and the join button. So the courses that are available through Sleep Balance Academy Fresh Learn program, you can see that's right here. And so you can enroll here again at discounted prices because we have the SBA membership discounted off of all these courses. All right, that's it. Thank you so much.